Configuring your KDC. The KDC comes in a box, and in the box is included the device, a rubber case, a strap, a lanyard, the USB cable, and some software. The first thing we suggest doing is attaching the rubber case to the device and attaching the neck strap and the lanyard. This prevents the device from getting damaged if it's dropped, and it also allows for single-handed scanning. Now that we have the rubber case on our KDC and we've attached the lanyard, it's time to install the KDC software. KDC software is on your installation disk, so basically you're going to install the disk into your CD disk drive. However, before we continue with the installation, I want to make sure that all applications are closed on your computer. So make sure that there's nothing running here except the start button. I'm installing KDC on a Windows 7 machine, a Dell computer. So depending on the version of Windows you have, depending on your computer, some of the screens might be different, but the principles of installing the software are all the same. So now I want to install the disk. My computer is going to attempt to open the disk after it's been installed. Some computers do, some don't. So what I'd like to do is exit from the autoplay option that's going to show up and show you how to install the software in a way that everybody will understand. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to click the start button at the bottom, and then I'm going to click on computer, and my disk drive will show up with the CD in it, the KDC installation disk. I'm going to click on that, and what comes up are two folders and one PDF file. The PDF file is the user's guide, which does have the installation for KDC on in the book, and it includes installation for Windows XP, Vista, and Windows 7. The next thing you need to understand is the computer that you're going to be installing KDC a 32-bit computer or a 64-bit? The 32 is the typical installation. It's for older machines and machines that don't have a very fast processor in it. 64-bit is for very fast machines. My machine is a 32-bit, which is typical. If you're not sure which type of machine you have, you can install the 32-bit option, which will work fine even if you are running on a 64-bit machine, or you can ask your network administrator. Click on the 32-bit or the 64, and you want to click on the PC setup program. You will always get these kinds of warning dialog boxes only because this Microsoft won't recognize Coamtech as a legitimate publisher. Only it's just a precaution that they put. So when you get any of these kinds of warning kind of boxes, just click yes, don't worry about that. So say yes, and right now it's running the installation program to install the software. Welcome to the KDC Setup Wizard. So we're going to click next here. We're going to say I agree. Next. And now we are installing KDC. If the machine that you're running this installation on has a version of KDC on it, it will ask you to remove it and repair it. Just say remove because it's probably an older version. Also too, if you get any kind of messages that say, do you want to overwrite a file, say yes, you want to install the latest version of KDC, which is the version that's on your installation disk. Okay, so KDC's been installed. After KDC is installed, you want to close this window, and the Welcome to the Device Driver Installation Wizard will show up. Click Next, and it will start to install the drivers for your KDC. Again, security errors come up. Select Install this device driver by double-clicking on it. And when it's complete, it'll have a check mark next to QuamTAC Inc. ready to use, and say Finish. Now you've installed KDC and you have your device driver loaded. Next we're going to connect the device. Now we're going to connect the KDC to the computer to make sure that the computer recognizes the device. You need to take your cable that came with your device. You want to plug in. Sorry. And then you want to plug into your USB. It will say USB port connected on the device, and it will say installing device driver software. Make sure when you're connecting the KDC 100 for the first time to your computer that you don't use the swing out USB connection. That's really just to do data synchronization. You need to use the cable. When it finds the device driver, it'll tell you QuamTAC data collector. It'll tell you the port that it's assigned to. It's selected. It's set up for COM4, and that it's been successfully installed. If you ever want to figure out what COM port your device is connected to, you go into your Start menu, Devices and Printers, and again it's all different on different versions of software, different versions of Windows software, but you basically go under the control panel and you look for devices. And if you notice here, we have the QuamTAC data collector set up for COM4. So that's important to know when you're doing synchronization.